All right, Gertrude. So, I have some feedback from the presentation, but I wanted to show you what we see. So, when I go to your site, I'm going to start on your biography page. I see that you have I'm going to go here to preview. I see you have a biography. There's some spacing that's a little off. And although I appreciate everything that you included, because it does tell us exactly who you are, a biography should be a little bit bulkier than 4 or 5 sentences. The other thing is that one of the components is why I teach, and you included things I know. So although it is great to see things that you know, that component is missing. So you have really great headers above, but below your headers are different. So there's just not that consistency that the panel noticed. Gina and I noticed that it's just not as consistent. The other thing is that you did a great job putting a theorist on each slide. However, what we noticed is that you didn't follow the guidelines for each component of the standard. So in standard 1, you've got 4 components or 4 elements, A1, B, C, and D. You didn't do the artifact name, description, rationale for using it, and reflection. You didn't do that for any of them. Where you did add the artifact, the rationale, and the reflection was for the theorist, which was not the idea or content. The other thing is that you didn't follow the format as far as the different areas or sections that I gave you. So, and the same holds true for standard 2. You have this beautiful image, but there's no information on why you chose it. There's no rationale why you selected that, and there's no rationale on what you learned from that experience. The same thing for 2B. Again, if this is a family fun day that you did at your location, then you really are not shining that through on your portfolio. Again, you did the artifact rationale on Bronfenbrenner's theory. You did not do it on any of the artifacts that you included. So I go to standard 3, same type of formatting, no reflection, no rationale for any of those components, except you did it for Eric Erikson. And the idea is to reflect on the artifacts and to identify the theorist and then to identify a theorist that you connect with. Okay? Standard 4, same process. You have some great images, but you only did a reflection or a rationale on Vygotsky. Standard 5, same idea. The artifacts up here is TS, which I'm assuming is TSG, Teaching Strategies Gold, but you used Stephanie Gillis's Teaching Strategies Gold, not your own stuff. So I guess I'm just a little confused. You have teaching experience. It would have been great to have your artifacts meet what you've done in the past, and you didn't reflect at all on either the infant toddler guidelines or the early learning standards. So, but you have great images. So like this video of you or the image of you, that is fantastic, and that's what should have been really demonstrated throughout. Standard 6, this is the one that you closely or closest met the guidelines. You have an image, and then you have standard 6, A, and then an image, and then 6B. So what it really should have been is 6B, the name of the artifact, me teaching to children or whatever. But does this artifact match advocating? So you really got to make sure that it connects, which is why I told you guys I would never tell you no. It depends on your writing. So, but none of them have a rationale, none of them have a reflection, and none of them have the artifact name or description. Standard 7 is the one that I told you guys exactly what you needed to include. Standards 7A and 7B, 7A should have been an internship, an infant toddler internship, and 7B should have been your preschool internship. And there should have been an artifact very similar to this, where you are in a classroom and you are engaging with children. So this does not meet the requirements for this. And so the other thing is, if you were going to, so 7B is the opportunity to practice within, you're including different environments, which I appreciate, but you're not speaking to them. So I don't know if this is truly an internship or if this is what it is. So I don't, your artifact should tell me the location. It should tell me, you know what I mean? If you're going to put an artifact, it should say, like, this is a picture of my infant toddler lesson activity. And then your description would be my internship or my field experience in infant toddler classroom, blah, 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 blah. So basically, at the end of the day, that was the feedback provided by the panel, was that you did not have strong connections to the materials and the artifacts, and that connection wasn't elaborated during your presentation. You did speak very well during your presentation, but just the connection to the artifacts wasn't there. Let me know if you have any questions.